Trump threatens to launch attack in Nigeria over killing of Christians. Welcome to Ahead News 23. My name is Ogene Karo. Today we will talk about a developing and highly controversial story. U.S. President Donald Trump's threat to take military action against Nigeria over what he called the ongoing killing of Christians by terrorist group. The statement posted on his Truth Social account has sparked global debate, the political tension, and sharp reactions from both Washington and Abuja. Trump's message, in his typical fiery tone, declared that the United States will immediately stop all aid and assistance to Nigeria and may very well go into now disgraced country, guns blazing to completely wipe out the Islamic terrorists responsible for what he described as horrible atrocities. He further claimed to have instructed the Department of War to prepare for potential action, warning that if the U.S. attacked, it would be fast, vicious, and sweet. In response, Nigeria's President Bola Ahmed Tinubu issued a strong worded statement rejecting Trump's characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant. Tinubu emphasized that since his administration took office in 2023, it has worked to maintain open dialogue and cooperation with both Christian and Muslim leaders to address security challenges affecting all Nigerians, regardless of faith. He added that the U.S. should not view Nigerians' internal security problems through a religious lens, asserting that the characterization of Nigeria as religiously intolerant do not reflect our national reality. The statement also highlighted ongoing government efforts to combat terrorism and banditry, while reaffirming Nigeria's commitment to protecting freedom of religion and belief for all citizens. To better understand the facts behind Trump's allegation, Nigerian human rights lawyer and conflict analyst Bulama Bukarti said, who dismissed the notion of a Christian genocide in Nigeria as absolutely false and dangerous. According to Bukarti, all available data shows that terrorist violence in Nigeria does not target Christians alone, but affects both Muslims and Christians alike. He called Trump's statement an amplification of far-right conspiracy narratives that have circulated for years in Western media, urging that such claims not only deepens divisions and threaten Nigeria's fragile unity. Bukarti cited the data from the Council on Foreign Relations Nigeria Security Tracker, which records incidents of violence across the country. His findings reveal that Boko Haram and similar extremist groups have attacked 83 churches and 72 mosques, killing more than 2,000 Muslim worshippers and about 1,005 Christians in the process. These terrorists, he said, bomb markets, churches, and mosques alike. They target civilians wherever they find them. They don't discriminate between Muslims and Christians. Trump's threat to go into Nigeria guns blazing as a land analyst and diplomat worldwide, Bukarti warned that such rhetoric could have dangerous consequences for Nigeria's internal stability and the U.S. Africa's relations. Trump's framing of Nigeria as a place where Christians are being wiped out only divides Nigeria further, he said. It strengthens the propaganda of terrorists who want to portray their fight as a religious war. President Trump said, there is a time when propaganda has no appeal. This is that time. Nigeria is the worst place to be as a Christian right now. He remarks highlighted the daily reality of those living in religions plagued by violence, from forced marriages and abduction to mass killings and destruction of entire communities. However, human rights experts caution against viewing Nigeria's violence solely through a religious lens. They note that the country's conflicts often involves overlapping issues, including ethnic rivalries, land disputes between herders and farmers, poverty, and the collapse of rural governance. Framing it as purely Muslim versus Christian, they risk simplifying a deeply complex crisis and could inflame sectarian hostility both within and outside Nigeria. Trump's statement has also raised concerns within diplomatic circles about the potential erosion of U.S.-Nigeria relations. Nigeria remains one of America's key partners in Africa, particularly in the fight against terrorism, drug trafficking, and regional instability. The threat to withdraw all aid and launch a military campaign, even if rhetorical, could undermine years of cooperation between the two nations. Washington officials under President Biden's administration have not endorsed Trump's comments, but political observers note that they could influence public opinion among conservative Christian groups in the United States, who have long pushed for stronger actions on religious persecution abroad. As Nigeria continues its struggle against terrorism, corruption, and poverty, what it needs most, according to experts, is not foreign military intervention, but stronger governance, accountability, and unity among its people. The message is clear. Defeating terrorism requires cooperation, not division. It demands that Nigerians, Muslims, Christians, and others stand together against these and those who exploit religion to justify violence. For now, the world watches closely as Trump's comments continues to spark debate, outrage, and reflection about the complex realities of faith, politics, and security in Africa's most populous nation. Whether its threat was political chatter or a serious warning remains uncertain, but it has undeniably reignited the international attention of Nigeria's ongoing struggle against extremists, a struggle that cannot be won with bomb alone, but through justice, unity, and truth. If you like this video, please share. Subscribe to Head News 23 for more global stories, insight, and in-depth analysis. Until next time, thank you.